camera. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh,
Oh
man,
no.
frozen.
Oh no. Oh.
Shall we start with camera?
No, I've done it. Hello everyone and welcome back to the HCW YouTube channel and welcome back to HCW Reviews, and we're live on Twitch. Obviously when you're watching this on YouTube we're not live on Twitch, but we have decided going forward we're going to live stream everything we do because it makes sense to do it. But yeah, I'm joined by DP. How are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Happy to be back here once again for this is our third video now on Twitch.
Yeah, we did Wrestle Connects and we did Showcase. Obviously, we've had many videos previous to this, but these are
Yeah,
the ones where we've actually started to do it.
yeah. So it's gonna be a fun little experiment. This is our first show review. Um, so yeah, I mean, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. I turn up on time.
It was 9-ish.
We should get on for 9. 9. If it
I
wasn't
was
a
saying
common
9-ish.
occurrence, then I'd be fine. But it's literally every time.
I
Anyway.
said 9-ish.
We are here to discuss Kumite's Surprise You're Dead, which I had the pleasure of attending. You weren't there, but you are going to be at their next show, which is Beef, which I won't be at, so you'll be doing all the setup, like the previews and that, for that, because no way am I doing a preview if you can. So this show was on Sunday 14th. What was that laugh for?
That's just an agreeable laugh. That's all.
An agreeable laugh. Was it? Was it indeed? Annoyingly, once again, the Discord is not working correctly, so I'm going to have to do this first match off my phone, which is wonderful, because I'm not going to start re-editing this. So we kicked off, it was funny, because we had Luke Douglas versus Dante Durden, but there was an extra person, which was Henry Falst, who wasn't announced. I've never seen him live, never heard of him before, but it was very good. So it started off with kick to the falls from back, asked for another. So basically, they kept trying to kick False, and False was just like one of them ones like Eddie Kingston kind of style, kick me again. They both hit, then they both hit a double drop kick. False then hit like a horrific PK to Luke. This followed by a double stomp, which got a kick out. Then there was like a Falst is very much a suplex machine. He hit like a deep Saito suplex, like it was proper, like based west over. Luke hit a stroke, which he's got into his repertoire. He's now calling people slapnuts when he does it, which I'm very pleased because I asked him to do that. Followed by a brainbuster, but out of nowhere, Falst hit a brainbuster on Dante to pick up the win. It was a very quick match. It was around about like 7-8 minutes. Just kind of your quick fire start to Kumite, and I rated 2.5 stars.
Yeah, that's fair. It wasn't a bad opener. So
no, it was fun. It was a fun matchup. It was just a bit short, but obviously when they had 10 matches on the show, it was very much a quick. They had to obviously. A few matches had to be quicker than others. But what they did here, last show, which we complained slightly about, me and yourself, was that there was a lot of intervals between matches, and there was only 4 matches on the card. This show had 10 matches, and it finished the same time as the other show.
Oh, really?
So the intervals were very, very short. I think they kind of got on. I think they kind of worked out was how to kind of set up real quick.
Yeah.
Next up, we had the trio of BDK, and they were facing Act 2 and Joseph Cardinal. Have you heard of Act 2?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, they're getting quite big in around, so it's they might be at Beef as well, so definitely check them out. Have you seen them live yet?
I've not seen them live yet, so hopefully if they have Beef, then I can absolutely get a chance to look at them and see them in person.
Yeah, so yeah, it was a fun start. Act 2 were asking for a tap wrist lock. So basically, one, I think it was Knudsen had MJ Grayson in a wrist lock, and he was asking the ref to ask if he's tapping. I love that kind of thing, the wrist lock. And MJ Grayson was just like, "What do you mean?" Like literally, um, Act 2 were working better as a unit, which was a surprise because obviously BDK is a trio, whereas Act 2 had Joseph Cardinal, who isn't really a tag team wrestler with them. Um, they started brawling outside. Big Van Veska hit a beautiful choke slam onto the apron. Like it was like a quick pop up choke slam, and it looked horrific but good. Um, MJ was being a cocky shit at this point, just full on, like he knew how good he was, and he was kind of grinding people down, which was fun to see. He did like a finger snap on Jack, the good old finger snap. Um, Ben Harlan then was tagged in out of Act 2, and he was like a house on fire. Hit an unprettier on MJ. Um, BDK then hit like a double chuck GTS, which the one of them chucked it and the other one kneed the guy in the head.
Oh,
This was a near fall. Then there was like a double down, and Ben, I think it was Ben, he was crawling to get Joe to come in, and then Joe just dropped off the apron
oh no.
and rejected the tag completely. BDK went on to win straight after that with a cattle mutilation.
Nice.
Yeah, right at 3 stars. It was very, very fun. I think BDK, I can't remember, they came out to Wu Tang Clan as well, which was cool. Instead of going around, obviously you've been there now, instead of going around the entrance to the side, they just kind of just walked through the crowd and jumped over the apron as well.
Oh, that's
The
good.
gang
Yeah.
ring was good. Um, so yeah, it was good. Right at 3 stars. Very good match.
Yeah, sounds like it was very good as well. Like, obviously, it's not more difficult for me because I wasn't there, I didn't see it. But it just sounds like it was a very good match. I'm familiar somewhat with that too. Familiar somewhat with MJ Grayson and BDK. So yeah, I mean, it just sounds like a very fun match, and I look forward to it when I see it on VOD.
Yeah, yeah. Because you've got my VOD, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
When, when,
I give the people what they want. We'll move on to a match I was very much looking forward to, and I can now look at my computer because it's not got rid of these two matches. So we've got Alfie, who I'm a big fan of, as the bastard knows, because I slightly popped for her when she was at AWW. And facing Harley Harris, who I'm also a massive fan of. So this match was for me. Both different styles. Alfie's got he's very kooky, kind of character work in the ring, and Harley Harris is tough as shit. Um, so it was a very even start, which I didn't expect. I felt Holly was going to be very like the stronger kind of like dominate Alfie at the start. She hit a massive fall away slam though. That it was kind of like she nearly went out of the ring. That kind of fall away slam. They brought hardcore elements, so there's a street sign to the dome of Harris of wrote here. At that point, Harley kind of got in full control. I don't know if that woke her up and kind of just angered her. During the whole match, the crowd were chanting "Kill the bear." I don't know what
Oh,
Alfie's bear has ever done to anyone. But yeah, it was just the whole match "Kill the bear."
yeah.
Poor
I can.
bear.
I mean, I can see it. I don't know why, but I can see it.
What's wrong with a bear?
Don't know.
Ah, it's because you don't like women's wrestling. Anyway, Ollie Harris then hit a sky high for a 2 count. And then out of nowhere, a wild Luke Douglas appears and just waylays Ollie Harris, hits his finisher on her. And Alfie picks up the win. Me and Charlotte were in front row, and we were just like, what?
So
What have you.
this is that was the pop you, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, we were just like, we were both there going, what just happened? Just like really confused, and he looked over and we're just like, what have you done? This match was for me, and then you've done that, and now you've made a tag team. Like, yeah, and he held up Alfie's hand and kind of curtsied and stuff like that. So they're a
I mean,
unit going forward.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I could see Hellbound getting involved with them, like fighting them in tag match, maybe a beef.
Yeah, which I'd be gutted about because I'm not going to be at beef, and that match would be the ultimate HCW match for me. Harley Harris and
Well,
Alton Form versus Luke Douglas and Alfie.
Well, that's why I'm there. I'm HW.
I don't care about you. I rated it 2 3/4. Very very fun.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've seen Alfie in action once.
Oh,
But
you
yeah,
would,
from what I've seen and seen Harley as well, and how Harley wants as well, and yeah, from what I've seen in the limited interactions because it was a battle royal, um, yeah, I need the choices. Sounds like a great match.
yeah, and yeah, it'll be a fun match. I'm assuming it's going to lead to a tag team match because it just makes sense. But like, who knows? It
Yeah,
could just lead to Luke versus Harley. But we
yeah,
will find out. We move on to a bit more hardcore style now. So we've got the returning Antonio Gonzalez, who you unfortunately didn't get to see, but you will be seeing him at Beef. They've announced that match, which will kind of not spoil for a second. And he faced Blushi, who you had the pleasure of seeing. So Antonio is more of your full-on deathmatch guy. Blushi is kind of like she can work every element, but she's more like, it sounds weird, the hardcore style rather than the deathmatch style, like your street signs, your uh, kendo sticks and stuff like that. She's not the kind of one going through glass.
yeah, exactly.
Um, Blushi at the start was mocking Antonio, hit him full on the head with bacon trays, because wonderful. Um, Hit a massive bat shot, which is like the plastic bats off the back, and it just sounded horrible.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Then there was a thumbtack Nerf gun.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah, so that was happening. There was a bit of wrestling in the middle. Antonio was very smooth with the wrestling as well. He was kind of showing that he's not. Obviously, beforehand he was a competent tag team wrestler slash wrestling,
Yeah.
but yeah, so he showed that he can still hang with the wrestling. Blue sheet, a few splashes. I wrote here skewers to the crackers, so I don't know what that means.
I mean, you can sort of. I mean, guess. I guess.
Did he get skewered in the knackers? I don't know.
I
And
mean,
then
that's very
one of the skewers got put under I think it was Bluchy's nail as well, which
Oh,
is grim. Antonio then got some skewers put into his forehead. Bluchy hit a massive spear out of nowhere at this point. Then she hit a Misonuku driver onto a pinata
oh.
and picked up the win.
Fair.
Yeah, and she did the good old fashioned. She sat on him pin, like just like the ultimate dominance. That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that sounds a very fun match.
yeah, it was very good. I rated it 3 stars. Really enjoyed it.
Nice.
And then following up from that, we had a return match of Franco Fate versus Big Lou Nixon, the man that is absolutely smashing the US right now, being the RPW champion. So this match was for the Kumite World Championship, which is the one that you saw he won in the Battle Royale, and it was also for the RPW Ruthless Pro Wrestling Championship as well.
Okay.
Um, so Lou was dominant from the get go. So these are kind of like your mixed martial arts fighters. I think you've seen it both, didn't you? Kumite. Yeah, there would have been both in that
Yeah,
rumble,
I don't,
weren't they?
I don't recall Frank Fate that much
Yeah.
personally, but I remember Lewison. Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to be everywhere. Fight though, he's popping up everywhere. And he's very very good. Kumite, I love him. He had a leg capture suplex on Big Lou, but Lou was just kind of destroying Fate with kicks and chops. Um, there was a table set up in front of us, which Fate dived through because Lou moved out of the way. Um, Fate was then taking absolutely brutal chair shots. Um, but out of nowhere, he hit like a Stan Hansen like lariat, just like full on lariat, clobbering. Then he put in like a jackknife variant for a table on Lou Nixon. Um, and then out of nowhere, which I haven't mentioned her yet, there's a ref called Lilith who she was new to the Kumite. I don't know if she was at the other one,
I think it might
um,
have been.
but she looks like she could kick the shit out of most wrestlers. She's fully
Yeah.
tattooed all the way down her arms, like just air tied back. She just looks like if you talk crap to her, she's just gonna backhand you and you down. Um, she took a kick to the face though at this point. Then there was GTS, but the ref was down. Fate nearly got the win with a slam straight after that, but then Nixon hit and is a GTS again, and then got choke out on Fate to pick up the win.
Mm.
Very very brutal matchup.
Yeah, it seems that way.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, I can't have much to it just because I've not seen it. So, but most of it's just you go in, what this happened, that happened. I'm gonna be like, yeah.
yeah. I rate it 3.25 stars. It was a very very good matchup.
Okay, what 3 and a quarter you said?
Yeah, 3.25. Yeah,
See your high so far then.
it's my highest so far. Good maths. um, this isn't really a match, but it was like a halftime kind of weird. I can't think of the word. Basically, it was happening in the ring, but it wasn't a match. It was kind of like an interval showcase kind of thing.
Okay,
Um, it was for the Boozerweight Championship, so it was a
okay,
random title bout. I don't know what title bout it was, but it was covered in bottle caps.
right.
Um, and it was David Grant, who is now joined Hellbound outside of Kumite, and he was facing Johnny Concrete
Okay,
and some random posh dude. This guy, I'm hoping someone can comment down below on YouTube. He came out. He looked like old school Spike Gervais, like
okay.
waistcoat, shirt. He had like the permy kind of frozzy hair though.
Yeah.
And he would just kind of interject himself in the match. Just prior to this, they had a few fans in the ring and they were drinking strongbows, and there was tequila. Then I wrote some posh guy, um, and then the posh guy got powerbombed through a table, and then David Grant pinned the posh guy while Johnny Concrete held him down at the same time. So I don't think Johnny Concrete actually wanted to win the match. But
Yeah.
yeah, that was that. It was funny, but also I don't know, and I rated it half a star because good grief. Good grief. I don't know if it'll be on the Kumite actual stream or not.
I'm just looking at Twitter to see if I can find it, but
The Boozerweight.
I
It might.
found I can see a picture of the person, but it's not who it was.
You can see what I mean, though, can't you?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Very Spot Gervais-esque.
Very, yeah, very like you said, like very early days, quite Gervais.
Yeah, yeah, not modern day Spot Gervais off his Rocco to Spot Gervais, but very much Tory Spot Gervais. But we get back to the Kumite death matches. So we kick off with Tombi, who you fell in love with at Kumite,
Absolutely, yeah.
versus Big Joe, um, who
Eh?
you love as well.
Yeah.
So Tomby talked absolute crap at Joe, just saying, sorry you're dead, which is the what I thought the show was called at one point because that's what Tomby says. So it was just, and it was just a coincidence that it's called Surprise You're Dead. So Joe was hitting a few tubes. For anyone, by the way, that's watching the review, we miss a lot of stuff out in these kind of matches because it'll just me going tube shot, tube shot, tube shot, tube shot. It'll be, watch it.
Yeah,
It's on RWTV and it's
yeah,
cheap.
exactly. The best thing you can do is watch it and just get the full experience yourself.
Yep, exactly. And there was a tube shot to the cock because why not?
Yeah.
Tom Eater like tube PK. He was absolutely streaming though because Tom B, as soon as you flick him in the head, he's bleeding. Absolutely streaming of blood. Rumble Snaps Stuart posted a picture on his Instagram and it's insane. Got put through the door 2 times via that. A cup was then smashed off his bonce. Light tube clotheslines. Tomby was gusset plated at that point on his arms. Tomby hit butterfly suplex because, wrestling. Uh, just after all that, butterfly suplex. Um, then they had a throwback to an original Kumite. Have you watched all of them in order yet, or you got around to it yet?
Not yet. No, I plan to, but I haven't started yet.
Yeah, there's a. I'm going to spoil one for you right now. There's a throwback. Tomby fought Big Joe before, and Tomby lost because Big Joe put a bite lock chain around his neck around the ropes.
Oh
and
yeah.
and absolutely just beat the crap out of him with light tubes.
Oh.
So Joe put a bike chain around him again, like one of them like proper bike locks. But Tomby just like Houdini out at this time, went like this behind him, and then smashed a bundle of light tubes off his bonds. He got him in a rings of Saturn kind of brutalizer variation. And Joe and Needles got his needles into him, and Joe tapped.
Oh shit.
Big Joe tapped. Could not
Wow.
believe it. Like to make Big Joe tap is an incredible achievement.
Absolutely, yeah. Because like he's everywhere right now. He's probably one of the biggest names, probably the biggest name on the UK deathmatch scene at least.
Yeah, exactly.
And like for someone like Tommy to be able to tap out and do match things for his name and his uh career, sorry, like going forward, like this is gonna like sort of shoot him upwards.
Yeah, you'd hope so, especially because now it makes sense for him to be leading towards the title shot within Kumite.
Yeah, he's the
Um,
guy who made Big Joe tap. Like,
yeah, exactly. Rated 3.5 stars. Very brutal.
yeah, I can see why. I mean, that's I'm looking right now at the picture that you mentioned on Instagram.
Yeah. The worst thing is that was probably flipping Tomby getting caught in a flipping an arm, like a wrist lock. That's probably what happened, and he started bleeding. It's just the man bleeds.
Ask your breath.
Yeah, let's lock up. Tommy's bleeding. But yeah, incredible match. Joe's on a bit of a losing streak though. He's kind of
Remember, yeah.
he's losing to everyone at the moment. I don't know if what's going on, but Joe needs to. He's probably going to kill someone at some point. That's what's going to happen. It's just going to build up, and he's going to murder someone.
Eventually, at some point, I think. Yeah, I think you're right.
But we move on to Clint Margera, the original Deathmatch OG of the UK, versus Alton Thorne, the up and coming. So Clint's in the ring. Alton's coming down the ring. He throws his nettles in, and then he disappears out back and comes out with a big fucking cross,
Oh.
Sandman Raven-esque cross, like like just dragging across. I couldn't believe it.
He is the modern day savior.
Yeah, I was like, what's just happened here? So yeah, that was a thing. Ultimate were dominated because he's a bit more obviously the powerhouse to Clint. He hit 2 slams. Clint was using his experience trying to wear down Alton. Um, oh no. To that now because I've just texted what I needed to text. So he was wearing down Clint, Alton, hitting a few tubes at that point. Clint hit big move on Alton, but Alton was trying to fight back. He hit a massive spinning side suplex. He backdropped Clint onto the nettles. Then he hit a pole driver because you know what?
And also,
Um, Pole driver on the nettles, yeah.
yeah.
It's not going to be on anything else. And then, do you know, Alton picked up the win by
Nice.
Razor's edging him through the flipping cross.
Oh.
And just you've seen that cross now. It's not just
Yeah.
like a lightweight pallet made cross. That's flipping thick 2x4 wood.
Yeah.
I could not believe it. Absolutely grim.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um,
Because like people on the stream can't see this, but like I'm looking at the cross right now. It's on Twitter. It's put on Instagram as well. This looks insane. Like if you know Alton Thorne, you know the sort of guy he is, the sort of size he is, and this cross is massive. Like,
yeah, it's absolutely ridiculously huge. I read it 3.25 stars. It was a fun matchup. It was quick. It was quick, but very violent.
yeah, absolutely.
We moved on to Michael Caden versus Jack Bennett. So you had the chance to see Jack Bennett. I'm assuming you've not seen Michael Caden live.
I haven't. No.
So he's just as fucked as everyone, if it helps. Deathmatch
He fits
sad
in just
boy.
fine.
He goes, yeah, the deathmatch sad boy. Michael Caden is.
Okay.
So they started the match with a needle off. They both had needles,
Yeah.
but they decided let's not do the needles. Um, Jack Bennett cannonballed
Again.
Caden through a board. Caden then had two light tube bundles. Absolutely, do you know Jack Bennett loves plastic like boxes,
Yeah.
and he absolutely flipping creamed one off Caden's head. It exploded everywhere. Caden got his own back because he jammed two needles in Jack Bennett's eyebrows,
Oh.
like going in towards his eyes.
Oh.
Jack got his own back at that point at Salto Suplex onto the tacks. He was then thrown into the bundles in the corner. And
Yeah.
then Michael Caden picked up a big win with a Falcon Arrow to the light tube, a Tupperware box. So that's the way I explain it. Obviously, it wasn't a Tupperware box; it was a full-on box. But
Yeah.
stuff some light tubes in there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I rated it 3 stars. It was fun, fun match. I've explained that all Kumite matches, all death matches, are just fun and crackers.
Yeah. Yeah, they are positively insane.
And Michael Caden is now going to be fighting the winner of the next match at Beef. Do you like what I did there? I didn't give away a spoiler, which I nearly did when I was saying it. And finally, we kick off to the main event. We had Danny Darko versus B.A. Rose. Darko has been your reigning defending Deathwolf champion for ages now. So this started off with Darko doing a dive onto light tubes onto Rose,
Of course, yes.
and the man had the biggest gash in his arm of like it was like a proper like gash kind of thing. The referee was like that kind of thing.
Oh.
But Darko went, you know what? I'm just going to continue wrestling.
Yes.
Started brawling around the ring. He kind of battered B.A. Rose enough for then the physio medic to come down and just wrap up his arm.
Yeah.
Then there was a table right behind us. He got put through it. Stuart, the cameraman, got pushed back into me. I got pushed back, nearly elbowed someone in the head. It was just like a force of nature because B.A. Rose is a big guy. He's taking
Yeah.
everyone with him.
Yeah.
Then Darko, I believe, hit a praying mantis on the stage. It might have been B.A. Rose. Well, I think it was B.A. Rose. He hit like a praying mantis, like pole driver onto the stage. Awful, awful to see. He hit a senton at that point, BA onto Darko and the tubes. Fletch nearly died. So basically, they were in the ring. Spot it on IWTV because it'll be hilarious to
Yeah.
spot. They do obviously in deathmatch wrestling, the shards of glass, and if it's like a proper shard in the ring, they'll move it out of the way because obviously it's already broken. You don't want the wrestler to get stabbed. So Fletch was like ringside sweeping away, and he kind of leaned in the ring with his head in the ring to sweep away some glass perfectly as Darko's fall away slammed B.A. Rose, and you just saw Fletch go. Like, if Fletch didn't move, he was just going to get guillotined by B.A. Rose's.
Yeah, that's almost like a wrestling match
Yeah,
right there.
just his bonce would have been done.
Yeah.
So spot that
Oh,
on IWTV.
I've
Um,
got to look for that.
then it was just tubes everywhere. Darko was thrown into the barbed wire because why not? Hit a whirling dervish because we love a whirling dervish.
Of course.
And then he finally picked up the win because he hit a DVD through the barbed wire board onto B.A. Rose.
Yeah.
So I rate that 3.25 stars, 3.75 stars. My favourite match of the night because it was absolute
Yeah.
chaos.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I can agree with what I've heard.
Yeah, absolute chaos. Darko is like a worthy champion. B.A. Rose, it was nice to see him back. And it's going to be Darko versus Caden at Beef.
Cool.
Beef!
Yeah, sounds fun.
It will be fun.
Because I'll be there.
I don't like how you did that.
What?
Do you know what else is going to be fun? You're going to be doing the preview. Yeah, and you're going to be doing the review. Um, I think
I could do a preview, a review, sorry. But
you can do a
preview
preview.
it's probably not my thing to do.
It is your thing to do because you're going to the bloody show.
I don't know the product enough.
Malakai's there. Malachi will lead you through it. Deathmatch Jesus will lead you through this. You're previewing this. This is your job. You've got a video. You're previewing it. I ain't doing it for you. Danny Darko versus Michael Caden's the only match announced while I was still having a look. Oh no, we have got Tomby versus Antonio Gonzalez as well.
Yeah.
Anyone that's seen on with Gabby, their kind of Gene Oakland kind of interview, that's the word. Backstage interview, getting an interview with Tom B, who was talking crap, and then Antonio comes out of nowhere. Gabby runs like hell, and that leads to this match, which was supposed to happen on the match show we were at, but then Luke had to step in because Gonzalez was ill. But yeah.
Yeah.
But that's it. At the end of the review, Kumite pulled off another banger. So as usual, DB, like and subscribe. Check out our channel for future previews. One will be with DP for Kumite. One will be a review with DP for Kumite, because I won't be at Kumite and DP's going to be at Kumite, so we might as well do both. We've got future reviews coming out. By the time this video's out, I should have recorded one for Bridge Pro Wrestling with the Bastard, Premium Entertainment Wrestling with the Bastard, DCW. I might be getting Stuart on. I don't think he knows this yet, but I feel like it's his time to shine. So we'll get him on from Rumble Snaps. What do we have? Wrestle Connect should be. Oh yeah, it's Wrestle Connect's out this Friday, isn't it? Yeah.
Tomorrow, as we're recording this.
I won, baby!
By 1 point.
Yeah, because Sky pulled it out the bag. Absolutely,
Sky is the only reason you won that.
Sky absolutely out of nowhere. They pulled it out the bag by me not recognising WrestleManias. And then the worst thing is, I suddenly remembered dripping Bret Hart tapped out Yokozuna in the sharpshooter, didn't he? That was WrestleMania 10. Did he?
No, you were pinfall.
Why have I? Am I just thinking of the sharpshooter as a Mandela effect of because it's so amazing that he got him in the sharpshooter? Oh yeah, he went for the bonsai, didn't he? He went for the bonsai, fell off, and then he rolled him up. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's nothing to do with Kumite. Got WrestleMania Showcase mode. We're live on Twitch. We should be doing more on Twitch. We'll actually game on Twitch at some point as well. It's not just going to be reviews and stuff. We'll actually get to that. We're hoping to get people like Nicky involved at one point. Muzzer will be back with all his funny comments that he does. But yeah, as usual, like and subscribe. Have we got anything else you want to bring up, DP?
I mean, other than what stuff you've done, that's the stuff you've got going on. There's obviously DKW. I'm going there as well, so I'll get a review of that going. Should probably get a review and preview of Barry Wrestling shows. The one coming up in May, and also the one that's gone by now in April. Show squared as usual. Me and Craig, or me and Frozzy, or me and someone else. Because right now I don't know who I'm doing it with.
But you know who it will never be? Me. Because I do enough on this channel, I'm never appearing on flipping HCW squared.
That is your loss.
That's the channel's loss because I would bring in the views. Anyway, as usual, that's the end of the show. Say goodbye, DP.
Goodbye, DP.
Woo. And I'm going to end the stream there as well because, yeah, what we're going to do for the next 10 minutes. Goodbye, everyone. I'm keeping this part in as well. Go on, DP, sing the outro. The ungrateful dead.